Heyo! Today we're going to test the two cheapest knives I can find on Amazon and Temu. Crossing blades or this survival knife from Amazon, and this something from Temu. We'll check sharpness, hardness, edge retention, durability, and most importantly, will they stick in the dirt? It's the Temu versus Amazon, a cheap knife showdown. And here's the Amazon knife I found by searching fixed blade knife, then sorting by price. It is made of 3C13 steel and it looks absolutely vicious. 3C13 is a low-grade stainless cutlery steel from China. Among other things, you can count on this beast for your military and tactical needs, self-defense, and emergencies. Cost $4.99 with free shipping. And here's the Temu knife I found with identical search terms. Now, you can see it appears in a lot of different ads, so it's a little bit of a ubiquitous product. And with a little extra navigating, I actually found this bad boy for $3.67 plus shipping. That's a total of about $5.75. Now, it is made from a mystery stainless steel and available in two finishes and ominously sold by a toy company. And the day has arrived with trepidation. It's our Amazon cheapest knife entrant, a made in China triple air quote survival knife that includes a California prop warning. Legendary. This beast says, I'm hella smaller than I look in the ad, and don't drop me. I mean, it doesn't even fit in my hand. Yeah, I'm going to give the handle a solid, oh my. Lots of gaps there. Both sides of the guard. Gaps on both sides of the guard. That's the problem. It was designed in the USA. And dropping straight from the heavens, it's the Temu Trembler, the Chinese Dismembler, the what steel is it? I can't remember. We have a knife that says, keep your finger out of my control hole. So at this point, handling it, I'm thinking the build quality here might actually be okay.
So you can cross carry, scout carry or up and down carry. Okay. That, I guess, locks the knife in place. Oh, yep. You got to push it to unsheath it. See? Knife locked in place until you push that up. Okay, you know what? Okay. I don't hate that. I hate that. That's not good.
Now, this is not normally a test I would do, but this is not a normal knife, is it? This is an Amazon survival knife, and it fails beast mode immediately. It's clearly not been sharpened. A Temu control pole actually does have an edge on it out of the box. It's interesting. But let's keep going.
When you dull cutting paper, you know you got problems.
So let's check out the finish on our Temu knife. This is 600 grit sandpaper, and it just comes right off. This might as well be spray paint. Exact same finish on the Amazon knife.
Exact same.
All right, let's get out the hardness files and see what we got. Now, cheap Chinese stainless cutlery steel is not usually hardened beyond 55, 56, somewhere between 55 and 58. So we're not looking for a 60.
Somewhere between 50 and 55 on this one. Yeah, I think it's right around 55.
All right, so the Amazon survival knife is substandard in hardening. Low 50s is just not going to cut it for this type of steel. The Temu knife at 55, 56 range, that's probably at the low end to mid-range for these type of steels, and not surprising. I'm going to put a better edge on these bad boys, and we'll do some edge retention testing.
All right, we know the other knife dulled cutting paper. This one wasn't sharp enough out of the box to cut paper, so we sharpened it up. It's dropped 1000 grit. Yeah, starting to get dull. So I'm going to sharpen it back up, and I got one more test to see exactly what these things are capable of, which is not apparently very much.
So the Amazon knife will cut paper at 1000 grit sharpening, but it just doesn't last long. That does not bode well for the rope test.
Okay, use that part of the blade. Ooh, okay. No. So 3 times through rope before it can't cut paper.
So we've applied 1000 grit edge to our Temu knife. Let's see if it still dulls on paper. Maybe that was an issue with the factory edge and not the steel.
So getting more toothy, catching more to start. Yeah, it is actually going to end up dulling on paper, but it did a lot better than the factory edge. It's a control hole though. It's got a pretty slick edge on it. Yeah, so the part that was being used to cut is no longer slicing paper, so that probably went out somewhere around 65.
All right, let's check the tips. So both of these knives are super lightweight. The handles are disasters. You're never going to get them into any wood or anything with any reasonable depth. But to my testing, both the tips hold up, and with these low HRCs, I guess that's not surprising.
This hole does not feel good doing anything. Like, it just doesn't fit. It gets directly in the way of any and all activities. Like this, I mean, it was cool when it held it in the sheath and all, but it's just a complete disaster. Like, you can't, I mean, I guess you can do that, then your finger's like right next to the edge. Oh my gosh.
So if you're after one of these knives, you've been asking yourself, hey, will it stick in the dirt? Yes, they will.
All right, you ready? I don't know why I'm doing this, man. This knife is so light, it's probably not even going to make a dent in this wood. It's just impossible. We'll see what happens. I'm checking for edge roll. Dull. Yeah, it's still got a little bit of an edge on that. Huh. Remember, these are both sharpened about 20. This is 20 degrees. No, 19 degrees. And about 22 degrees over here. Yeah, we're getting some dull spots. But overall, we'll still take off a few hairs. I don't know. That's way better than I expected for this steel. It's not good, but it's better than I thought. By the way, the grain on that is really coarse. All right, does an absent control hole help? I mean, maybe a little. Yeah, you can sort of get up on it now like that. I actually think it's a it's a better knife with a broken control hole.
All right, what's with this handle material? It looks like it's just gonna pop right off there. There's no fasteners or anything. You know, it actually took some abuse here. I was a little bit surprised.
It's actually pretty durable rubber.
I administered the same beating to the survival knife, and the pommel popped off because it's made of plastic. And it fixes the tang. There's no bedding for the tang except for the pommel piece. I can't decide if that's clever or dumb. All right, final score. The design on the Temu Terror. It has a cool sheath, but the knife says, "I'm the great control holio." And it only sticks to 2, while the Amazon Annihilator says, "Bruh, I just got out of the pool, I swear. Paint it blue. And this one's for Rambo Smurf." Quality. The Temu Terrorizer would have come in at a 3, but the spray paint coating bumps it to a 2.5. The Amazonian gets a 1 for quality because everywhere you look, you see daylight. Edge retention is interesting. The Temu steel clocks in somewhere between the low end of marginal and high end of complete garbage, but overall is probably a value considering the price. Meanwhile, our Amazon survival knife says, "I'll fight Tyson." Durability. Our control hole friend is actually reasonably well put together despite the absence of any handle fasteners. But while our survival knife from Amazon says, "I can't withstand a verbal scolding. I'm sensitive." Now, critically, when it comes to sticking in the dirt, neither drew magma, but both seem capable. We have a 3 and a 2 respectively. Final score, Temu 13, Amazon 6. Maybe you grab the Temu one and put it in your tackle box, but probably not.